I got this bitch slapping.
Catch me at the office, ain't really on shit, but counting up dubs and profits. Fuck them if people don't like me. If you think I'm feeling for love, you lost it. Can't trust in nobody today. It's like every time you draw the line, niggas cross it. Yeah, they can't act like they do what I'm doing, but these niggas know what it costs. Be real, nigga, you ain't no boss. It sound good on wax, but the fat screaming back, nigga, you ain't no Ross. Talking like that, get your toss. Don't get all nervous when we start talking numbers that you ain't seen before. Better have your paper right before you come asking around for the CEO. Cause nigga, here he go, bow. This one straight out the crock pot, what your watch got? I'm about to kick in the door, hit the floor, bust the top lock, make a pop lock when I pop in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with a very special guest, Mr. Darren Waller. How's it going, my man?
I'm doing pretty good today. How you doing?
Yeah, doing great, man. Thank you very much for joining us. I really appreciate you, man. I know we've been talking about this for a long time, back and forth, but it finally happened, man.
Yes, sir. It's good to be here.
Yeah, awesome, bro. What were you doing before you got here?
I was at the field running routes and working on all that kind of stuff. Just out there, getting after it, getting to it. Gotta lay the foundation for the season.
All right, yeah, putting that grind in. So we are in Sandy Springs, Georgia. Of course, my man is originally from Ackworth, Georgia, correct?
Yep, Ackworth.
Yeah, you still there right now?
When I'm home now, I'm in Mableton. That's where my parents are at. I usually crash on their couch, so I'm in that area quite a bit.
All right, so you got a place in Vegas, I'm sure.
Yes, I do.
Okay, yeah, I figured that. How soon? Like when are you heading back?
I'll be going back Wednesday and then coming back the 2nd to the 18th. So I like to come back and forth just because my training situation has always been good here.
Oh, that's
so I like to make sure I'm spending time.
Okay, all right, man, good deal. Now, like we were talking about before, you've gone through your story multiple times, and it's an incredible story. I can't speak on that enough. Like, it's incredible. Hats off to you, seriously. Hat literally off with my top hat over there. So now I wanted to go over some things that I think it's a shame that not everybody knows about you with your music and that talent that you have there and your great grandfather and everything. It's just an awesome thing that I want everybody else to know about. But what was it like just to start off growing up, Darren Waller?
Growing up for me was very confusing, like to say, I guess, just because I had both parents at home. I had an older sister.
Okay.
They had us in a nice suburban area, provided for us. Never had to really want for anything, and so it looked great on paper and everything. But it was like my life. It became hard for me because I started making friends, and the first friends I made were in my neighborhood. They were outside playing, and they were white, but it was like I wasn't seeing it that way. I was seeing it as these dudes out there doing what I like to do.
Yeah.
And people that looked like me, my skin color, would just give me hell for that. Like say I wasn't black enough, or I was
really
basically white. And it's just I had that identity thing from we talk about elementary school, feeling like I'm not enough and feeling like I had to overcompensate to fit in. And I just in middle school started just acting bad only because it seemed like the guys that were cool were the ones that were acting bad and doing whatever they wanted and kind of brash, where I was very shy, very sensitive, very closed off, and I felt like I had to be somebody different than who I was at a very early age. So it was just it was very exhausting. Feeling like I had to be somebody else and wear all these masks and stuff like that. So it was kind of tough for me growing up. I always try to lean on sports and football. Just being in the South, I know it was okay, I want people to accept me. I know they would accept me if I'm good at football, so I tried to ride that out. But it was going into high school, it was tough because I was smaller than everybody else going into high school.
Really?
I was 5'8", 135 going into high school. So I was riding the bench on freshman team, and if I was playing, I was getting hurt, and people were I had a coach tell me you should try non-contact sport. I was just getting hurt a lot, and so it was the jokes were kind of warranted, but it was all this stuff just kind of beat me down, and at 14, 15, I was just man, I don't really know what else to do in this world, and it's a crazy place to be in.
Right, yeah, man. Now, for those of y'all that are watching, I'm sure you know who this gentleman is, and I'm sure y'all see him on the football field. Him saying that in high school he was a smaller person is hilarious to me. That's why I was laughing, because he has to duck to get through the door, bro. It's incredible, man. He's I thought I was tall. This dude's huge. So that's what. So he tells you that you want to be in a non-contact sport, or you should be in a non-contact sport. Did you ever try that, like baseball or something?
Well, I did play baseball when I was younger. Played basketball, but that was like a kind of a contact sport as well. It was just like, I don't know, I just kind of took it like off the chin and was just like I know I'm like, deep down I was like, I knew I was like pretty good at football. I didn't know that I would be anywhere that I am today, but I was like, I feel like I know how to play the game of football.
Right.
It's just a matter of time before that shows.
I got you.
So I just kind of was just like, man, that kind of stings. Like, it stings a lot right now, but just kind of went forward and do what I had to do. Like, that really inspired me to kind of get after it in the weight room and do things I had to do to get ready to get a chance to play.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, look at you now, man. Seriously, Pro Bowler, man. So, we were talking earlier about your story, how you overcame addiction, everything like that, and you started the Darren Waller Foundation. Elaborate on that a little bit.
Yeah, it was just, I felt like that was a way for me to give back. I know that's the best thing I can do with the platform that I have now. Mm-hmm. I know for a fact there's got to be, young people out there feeling like I felt when I was younger, when I was a teenager. I turned to drugs because I didn't really know of anything else that could make me feel good. And,
sure.
I just want to be able to help those young people be able to have other options and know that they can, just continue to bet on themselves, stay true to themselves, because I was so quick to compromise everything that was, who I was, just to fit in with everybody else. Just trying to put my story in front of them and give them tools to make better decisions. Yeah.
Yeah, and recently you started a podcast that I've caught pretty much every episode, man. Tyrann Matthew is probably one of my favorite episodes. Comeback Stories with Donnie.
Yeah, shout out to Donnie.
Yeah, man. So how did you get in touch with Donnie? Like, how'd y'all link
up? We met over Instagram. He reached out to me after the whole Hard Knocks thing came out.
Yeah.
And because he's in recovery and our stories are fairly similar. He's worked with some guys in the NFL and, just kind of connected from there and, started doing he's a guy who's like my mental coach, helps me out with a lot, just with my approach to not just the game, but life. And through that, he was like, he's like, maybe we should start a podcast. And I was like, I have no idea how to do that. Let's give it a try. Why not try everything we can? And we just kind of went from there and were able to get a hold of some pretty awesome people and just ask them some questions and get out the way and allow them to, just tell their story in the way they know how. So that's how that came about.
Yeah, right, man. It's awesome. It's a great show. Everybody needs to go and download that show right now. Comeback Stories. That's what's up. So many people are going to watch this thinking that all we're going to talk about is football. I can understand why, but I'm playing NFL. But I want people to know more about your music. I've been a fan of yours as a fan of the NFL for a while. Now, I heard that you were recording music and I had to check it out because I hate to say it in like a snobby kind of way. I love music, and I've heard so many players that are just straight garbage.
No, honest.
It's trash. But all they do is they talk about what they, and I get that. They play ball, so they want to rap about that. You don't do that. And I love that. And I've got some close buddies of mine who are in the music industry and stuff, and I've sent them your stuff, and they love it as well. Shout out T-Pain. Yeah, talked to them, sent them your stuff. Young Cash, a bunch of those guys, they've been listening to it, and they're a fan. Because at first when I sent it to them, he said the same thing. And they were like, man, all you going to do is talk about football. No, not at all. I think he might make more reference. But it's phenomenal. And I urge everybody to go download Better Call Wall Street, What's Poppin', what is it? Poppin'.
Poppin' Shit is the
Poppin' Shit.
Like
Poppin'
Shit. Single I came out.
That's right. I was thinking about that Jack Harlow joint, but yeah. Poppin' Shit is dope. It's how long have you been recording? Like, is this something that you just started doing when you were a kid, or?
Nah, I kind of always knew I had music in me because I played the piano when I was a toddler. My parents had me and my sister doing piano lessons, and then I was in band in middle school. And I really enjoyed band in middle school, but it just wasn't the cool thing to do going into high school. So I kind of just kicked it to the curb. But I always knew I had some musical talent in me, and I started recording probably 2015, right when I got drafted by the Ravens. There would be times in college we would just kind of freestyle the instrumentals. The instrumental. Yeah. And I couldn't really freestyle, but I'll probably do 2 lines and people would be like, ooh, but I couldn't keep it going. So I was just I can't freestyle. I was like, if I write stuff down, I feel like I would be all right.
Yeah.
And I got bored enough in Baltimore and just being by myself, and I was like, I'm just gonna start recording. And I started out rapping into the microphone on the Apple headphones, into GarageBand on my laptop in my hotel room, and it wasn't the greatest quality like that, but I mean, there's just kind of ways I can hone my skills. And so then I bought some cheap equipment, started writing in my closet. The second year of me kind of recording, and then it was like in 2016, I got enough courage to kind of go to a studio back home. This guy that went to my high school was an artist, and some of the guys that went to my high school were producers as well. So I was there and rapping. They were just kind of like where did this come from? And I was like, I don't know. And it just kind of just took off from there. So I'll probably say like 6 years now. I've been like since I started like actually making music.
Okay, so you're as good as you are in 6 years. That's what you said. Like, okay, there are guys who do this for like 20-something years, and they're not where you're at. So, well done. Like, seriously. So, you got some guys who are producers from your high school. Like, did you produce any of your beats? Like, did you create any of those?
So I made the beat for Somehow, Some Way, and then Booker T on Wall Street.
Okay.
But other than that, it was my guys, Charlotte Fowler, Smacky Chan, and a guy named Nick Miles. Those are the 3 guys that are making beats for me.
Okay. Yeah, you're featured on one of Fowler's. Was it Rhonda?
On Rhonda.
On Rhonda.
It's a project he did for his mom.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I got you. So take me through your creative process. Like, is there do you hear the beat and then you start writing, or do you write first? Like, do you have like a notebook? I mean, I usually
listen to the beat first, and the length at which it takes me to make a song varies. Like, I don't think I have like a set process that I just churn out at a certain amount of time. Just like some songs may take, I can record in that day and make a couple verses and a hook in that day, but some songs may take months.
Yeah, see, that makes sense to me because like if you're listening to a beat or something, you're in the car and you're like, okay, and then all of a sudden something starts clicking.
Right.
When people tell me that they just go in the booth and just start spitting stuff or whatever, I'm just like, what the?
It's like I remember one time it was like the Migos said they knock out a song like 30, 45 minutes. I was like, shout at them. So I can't do that. It's just like there's no need to compete with anyone. However long it takes for you to make what you want to make, it's fine.
And so you're not the only one with musical talent in your family. Your great grandfather is a pretty famous jazz musician. Right? Tell me about it.
History class in college, and the professor ran up to me like the first day. He was like, you don't have to do anything in this class. You just sit there and learn about your family. And I was just like, okay. Because my parents used to have pictures around the house, and I just never really looked into it like that. I was just so focused on sports and all this other stuff. But once I learned about it, I was like, okay, that's what kind of inspired me to kind of start doing music. Because I was like, I have musical ability in me. I felt like it'd be wrong if I didn't try to do whatever I possibly could with it.
Yeah.
And the thing that moved me about him is his music is kind of offset a little bit. It's just not something you listen to it okay, but it's it's him though. So it's okay, I can make music. I don't have to sound like everybody else. I can just try to do me and just have confidence in myself. And that's what learn about him is what inspired me.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, seriously. So something I wanted to do for you. I'm not gonna bring them out or nothing. That's kind of crazy. But you want to move in these for me real quick?
Yeah.
Set this stuff over here. I went ahead and did something for you that took me a minute, and I was kind of rushing this morning, so open those up.
That's Fats himself. Wow, the logo on there.
Yeah, man.
You make these yourself?
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah, I made those for you, bro. You have to wear them in the game or nothing. I don't know what kind of regulations they have, but
I mean, I wore some crazy colors out there this year.
I seen that, man.
So
the green and purple ones and all that.
Yeah, I'll have these out. I'll have these on in warm-ups, and then whatever the league says from there. But
cool.
I gotta rock these.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you like them. Yeah. But I was sitting there trying. My pleasure, man. My pleasure. Happy to do it. I was sitting there trying to think of what I wanted to do because I'll do custom shoes for anybody who blesses the show with an interview, and I was trying to think of what I wanted to do, and I was just like, man, and that just came to me. So I just started working on it, just kind of like the way you make your music, it just kind of snaps.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are, of course, the cleats that I want to do. I've got another pair over there for you that haven't been touched. After we're done here, I want you to kind of think, like while we're sitting here, think about what you might want. If you can't think about it, you can always contact me later and I can do something for you. But I got a pair over there for you. They're Air Forces, so you can wear those out in the street.
Okay.
Cool. All right, man. So, so many professional athletes try their hand in music. We were talking about this a little while ago. And I'm probably going to get some hate on it. That's fine. They're terrible. They're not good. And I'm not really political when it comes to that type of stuff. I can completely understand if you want to be. Totally get that. But, man, as far as a football player, AB is phenomenal. But, man, his music, I just can't get rid of it. Yours, I'm all over. I mean, what kind of, like, what is it about athletes that feel like they have to just talk about the sport? Why can't they talk about their lives and everything like that? You ever think about that?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell a guy that's been, I guess celebrated for how he performed and what he does and being a man's man to, try to be vulnerable or try to open up about his life experiences. So I get them kind of wanting to maintain that image of, being iced out and looking cool.
Okay.
And that. So I understand it. But just like you, I mean, it's like I can't ride around and listen to the stuff they put out. Like, it's just not for me.
That's got to be the best answer I've ever heard. It's perfect because you're absolutely right. They don't want to show themselves as being vulnerable or anything. I mean, that makes sense. That actually makes me want to listen to some of their music a little bit more, bro. For real. So, who are your biggest influences? I mean, besides Brett Graham.
I mean, coming up listening to rap, definitely Jay-Z. I had the Black album.
Oh yeah.
When I was a kid, my father had a Black album. I listened to a lot of Ludacris, just being from Atlanta. I really like Ludacris. I had like Chicken and Beer album in Red Light District. Thing. What else I have there? I had 50 Cent in there. Get Rich or Die Trying.
That's my last favorite album.
So I was kind of all over the place, but I would say like Jay-Z and Ludacris were like some of the guys. And I had Kanye West.
Okay.
So I would say make sure those guys.
Cool. Yeah, Kanye. I like Kanye a lot whenever I was younger. Before Kanye loved Kanye. The way that Kanye loves Kanye. Ludacris, man. That's you're one of the first that I've heard that's one of your influences, which is crazy because that dude is he's slept on as a lyricist.
Yeah.
So much, man. So much. So who, if there's, you've done a couple collabos, like with Sid Wallace, Fowler. Do you have anybody that you would just, that you just love to collab with, that you just got in the back of your mind that you think would be just perfect? Like a dream dude, like somebody you would want to.
I mean, I would love to, of course, like Jay-Z or Drake,
Sure, all the guys are just named.
I would love to do a song with Nipsey Hussle. I feel like I love his mindset and just his approach not only to life but to business, to everything.
Yeah.
He's incredible. I'm a fan. I've always been a fan of Freddie Gibbs. I'm gonna listen to Freddie Gibbs. Yeah. I've always been a Freddie Gibbs fan. I feel like I just love his style. I love Freddie Gibbs. He's really good.
That's what's up, man.
So I'm kind of all over the place. I would love to collaborate with anyone that want to work with me.
That's cool. Well, hopefully somebody gets to see some of this. I'll be sending it to a couple people because they all know me. I don't know if you've heard Cheo Nash. He just signed up with Nappy Boy. And the cat, White Gold, who was just on Eminem's albums.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent him some of your stuff too. He's a big fan. He likes it a lot. But Yeah, so maybe you get a hook with him, man. Like get him on a hook. Look what he did for Zeus. I mean, Eminem, nobody knew who he was until Zeus. That's a joke. Everybody knows Eminem. So, what do you think about fantasy football?
I think fantasy football is dope. I wasn't very good at it.
For
the one time I played, but I mean, I think it's dope. Like people love it. That's one of the first things that people always say to me in that country. It's like, man, you help me with my fantasy league. It's like, man, you help me do this, and it's just like I kind of put myself in their shoes, and it's like, yeah, they want to be competitive with the guys that they know, and if I help them win, and it's like, yeah, I think that's cool, and that they appreciate me for that. So I think fantasy football is dope.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun. You should get into it, man. You should be we got a celebrity league starting up. You should be in it, man. We got Hugh Jackson, Jalen Ash, Young Cash, a bunch of guys being in it. So I don't even know if you have time for that type of stuff. But, so you played fantasy football. You said you didn't do too great.
Right.
Didn't do too hot. Who was your first pick?
Man, who was my first pick? I think it was 2017. I think my first pick was Drew Brees. But it was that one year where he didn't really throw for a lot of yards because like Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram were going crazy.
You're right.
It was that season, and then I had AJ Green, who was hurt a lot, but, and then I had Jordan Reed, who was in and out a lot. But it's just like I was drafted from a straight talent perspective. It's like Jordan Reed and AJ Green are freaks, so it's like I didn't understand the whole like how valuable like the running backs are that run and catch passes and like the whole flex thing. I was just kind of just like, oh, this player's good, this player's good, this player's good, this player's good, and just like kind of went from there. But it's like I found myself second to last in the league with like the girl I was dating, her mom, her family. Like,
oh, you were in the league with your girl's family?
Right.
Are y'all still together?
No.
All right.
That fantasy league was not the reason that we broke up.
Oh no. Okay, I was gonna say fantasy football keeps families
nice little
together.
shot to the ego though, right there.
Oh, yeah, for real. My wife, the first time she was in our league, she beat me for the championship. Oof. She never played before. Never. And that's how everything started. It's fantasy football. I got my ass beat by my wife. So that's fun. Nobody really knew that until just now. I'm curious, man. What do you have to say to anyone who passes on drafting you in fantasy football?
I'll try to look at it from like a perspective of like maybe you have a better maybe you have a plan.
Come on, man.
Maybe you got something in the works.
We're not political on this show.
It's bigger than what you can see, but I mean, as far as like the workload that I'm asked to carry, as far as like being like the top receiver on the team, like of any position, just off of how much I get targeted and stuff like that. So, I mean, I take your chances on me, and I feel like I'll reward you for taking a chance on me.
Oh yeah, man. I reach for you every season, and you come through. So much appreciated. Much appreciated. So what you got going on for the rest of the day?
I'm chilling. Probably go take a nap. Go to my parents' house, mess with them a little bit, but
all right.
Not a whole lot, man. I tend to take it easy, especially on a Sunday.
Attaboy, that's what I try to swim on days off. Are you working on anything that we're going to be seeing in the near future for your music?
Yeah, I've as far as the next project I want to put out, I'm pretty much done with all the recording. I think I have one more verse that I need to do, and I'm getting one verse from somebody else. But the recording is pretty much all done. In the mixing process right now, so
what's up? New album?
Expect stuff soon. Yeah, new album. I have a song I'm gonna be putting out that I made a theme song for the Comeback Stories podcast.
Nice.
It's called Came Back. I just it should be on streaming platforms here pretty soon. I just put it into like CD Baby, the whole distribution service thing.
All right.
And so that'll be out soon, and then I'll probably roll out a couple singles before I put the project out.
Gotcha. Nice, man. I mean, when are you thinking? Like, you have kind of an idea, like a date or a time?
I was shooting for April, but April came kind of fast. So I'm starting to realize now, it's like I used to be mad at artists when they'd be saying they'd drop a mixtape, and then like they'd push it back.
Yeah.
Like, how could you ever do that to me? Like, I've been waiting for this, but now I kind of realize that it's like, things kind of come up on you fast. But yeah, I think about the summer.
All right, that's what's up, man. I'm excited for it, man. So that's pretty much it, partner. I appreciate you coming through and listening to me talk. You talking back at me, answering questions.
It's fun,
bro. Absolutely. So that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much to Darren Waller for being on the show, answering the questions. Y'all need to go download my man's music. Seriously, go to iTunes, Spotify. He's all over the place. Every song on those albums You can literally listen from the beginning to the end on each one of them. It's fire. Seriously. That's what the kids say nowadays, right? Fire?
It's fire.
Okay, cool. Fire or fi? Fire?
Yeah, fire. Fire too.
Fire.
Yeah.
Okay,
Fire.
Is it okay? So fi.
Fire.
Fi.
Like F-A-H.
Fi. Okay. Fi. That's what's up, man. All right. Appreciate you, brother. So hold on. So they had your Madden rating at what?
Like when Hard Knocks was going on, I think they had me at 67. And I was like slated to be a starter. I don't think that's ever happened in Madden history. Somebody check that. That's
Oh my God, yeah.
Lowest starter rating
Oh my
on week 1.
God, bro. 67. That's a shit. What are you at now?
I don't know. I don't really play video games that much anymore. I should be in the 90s, right? Hopefully.
Can somebody check that? I
I'm
got
pretty sure you're like a 95, bro. Pretty
Oh,
close.
damn. I didn't know that.
You're up there.
I was like 91 maybe? I'll take 95.
Hell yeah, bro. You should be. Hell, catch everything thrown to you, man. What's it like, man? Like how like you and Derek Carr, y'all pretty close?
Yeah.
I mean, I figured
I consider my friend, yeah.
Oh yeah. I figured y'all be homies, man. He throws that ball to you every time, man. What's it like catching the ball from him? I hear like Matt Stafford and stuff can split the webbing in your hands.
Yeah, I don't know if I want that. Derek.
Why would you?
Derek, and then it's like, I mean, I feel like all the quarterbacks I've been around, like even like Joe Flacco and out there, it's like they can throw it hard. Like Joe Flacco had a crazy run. They can throw it hard if they need to, but if they don't need to kill you, they're not gonna kill you, which I definitely respect.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would they? The only reason they need to hum it in there is if they're trying to thread the needle and really get it in.
I'm sure, but yeah, Matt Stafford would probably rip the thumb off.
Dude, I've heard, who was it? It was Darius Slay
Yeah.
saying that he was defending, like he won't.
He won't catch it past the
No. He'll try and bat it down if he can, like this, but like if he, like there was one time he was trying to bat it, it hit him in the wrist and he thought he broke it. Another time he tried to catch it and it like hit him right in the palms and it split the webbing between his thumb and his index finger. That's crazy. Why would you do that to somebody?
Yeah, I seen dudes when I was in Baltimore today. Ryan Allen was on our team. Bro, he's probably the hardest thrower I've ever seen in my life. Like
Really?
people like receivers would just be like, like for real, like he broke a dude's thumb like one day at practice.
Dude, I see that pinky, bro. Did speak? Good God, homie. Did that happen in football?
This happened. I was 2013 at Georgia Tech, my junior year.
God,
It's a product of Dr. Waller trying to put this back in place.
is there? Oh my God! How do you do that?
This was boxing.
That's crazy.
Did you have the mallet finger? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had mallet finger on the very last play of this past season against Denver. I caught that 2-point conversion, hit my finger, and it was just like dropped like that. And it's like, so now it's like that's as straight as you'll go.
Oof. God, dog, bro, man. Oh, so what? Your tattoos. I see you got the meditating monk, which I know that's definitely something that means something to you with the comeback stories.
Right.
Why didn't I think about this whenever we're doing that? You're recording, right? All right, cool. So, the meditating monk.
Yeah.
I've watched y'all meditating, and I'm always at work, which that's exactly where I need to be meditating at, man. But what, like tips? Do you have any tips, like to be able to help somebody just really clear their mind and be able to meditate? Because God, I could use it.
I would say a tip would be the objective of meditating shouldn't be to have like a super clear mind, because mine is all going bonkers like the first few minutes that I sit down.
Right.
But it's more so like the exercise is knowing when your mind goes, and if you're able to bring it back. It's like the first thing I heard is like somebody says it's like doing like a bicep curl for your mind. It's like you know you're wandering off, and it's like okay, like I'm losing a little bit. Like let me bring myself back. That's like a repetition for like knowing that, and that kind of translates to any situation where it's like I'm on the field and there's people going crazy, or you know, Coach Gruden spazzing out on the sideline, somebody saying something crazy, like defense is talking shit, and it's just like you can like get caught in it. It's like okay, I can bring myself back. Like I don't have to let all this stuff, you know, consume me or mess me up. And like I got started in meditation in rehab. The first book they had us read was 10% Happier by Dan Harris. He was like an ABC anchor, and he had like a meltdown on world news on like live TV, and he got into meditation from that. And he wrote a book, and it's it's a very practical way to get started, because most people think like you have to be like completely zenned out and like everything has to be perfect, but he makes it seem like it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to, you showing up and continuing to attempt it and get better at it is what, is what's great about the process. So that's why I love meditating. It's like I don't have to be perfect at it, and that's great because I'm not gonna be perfect at anything.
No, that's fantastic, man. Seriously, because most of the time, whenever I hear anybody talking about meditation or anything like clearing your mind, it's so. It's like to the letter. You have to do this. You have to do that. Otherwise, it's never going to work. And if you get in that mindset, nothing's ever going to work. But the way you're explaining it, the way that you're talking about it, it's absolutely attainable by anybody if they're willing to understand that all you got to do is, if you're starting to spaz or starting to lose it, there's a way to bring it back. You just got to concentrate.
It's just like awareness and just having self-compassion, just having compassion for yourself. It's not like, oh man, my mind's like going all over the place again. It's just like, oh, like being gentle with your mind. Like, okay, I'm kind of going all over the place. Like the monkey mind is what they kind of call it. It's like, okay, like I'm thinking about eating a burger, and it's like thinking about the stuff I got to put in at work, and I'm thinking about, where I got to take my girl for dinner. Like all that stuff is going on. It's like, you just continue to be compassionate with yourself and know that your mind is supposed to think about all these things. Like that's helping like protect you in a way. Yeah. But it's like after time goes on, it's like you continue to pull yourself back, then you can start to find that those pockets of clarity, and it can be great.
That's what's up, man. So that's a really good message. Seriously. So anybody, you can understand. Take a note from this man here that you can, no matter what's happening in your life, there is a way to bring it back, and you can get through it. That hits me. Seriously. This man right there who's holding that camera can attest to the kind of days that I've got to do every single day. And it's just like, bro, it's got me kind of emotional right now. That's what's up, man. I appreciate that. Meet this big ass dude right now, and I'm like choking up a little. That's what's up, man. Seriously, that's damn. Philosophizing. So, man, okay. So meditating isn't, and this is something that a lot of people probably get confused about, is they all think that it's, sitting there with your hands and that type of stuff. It's not necessarily just that. It's being able to control everything. It's learning how to control everything as everything's happening.
Right. It's stillness, but it doesn't have to be for an hour. It doesn't have to be for like if your regimen is like 5 minutes, then that 5 minutes can be beneficial to you because it's 5 minutes of you, investing in yourself, and you're subconsciously saying that I can put the world on hold and everything else that is demanding my attention just for myself to be here and be still in the moment. And it's like you can make your practice whatever you want. Like I heard someone on a podcast recently that said they do a red light meditation because usually every time you run into a red light, you're like, damn, like a traffic red light. Yeah, it's like God, like I'm catching all these red lights, but it's like you seeing that red light and allowing you to just stop and be like, okay, like I'm here right now. Yeah. Like I'm in this present moment, not trying to be somewhere or be somewhere else, or like how did I get here, but just like being okay with being at that red light. It's like if something doesn't go great, you can still be in control of your breath and just be in control of how you react to the situation. So
absolutely. Be in the moment too. Like that's something that nobody ever does anymore. Everybody's always in their phone. Yes. I was just thinking about that red light. The first thing I think of is like, oh, grab my phone. God, man, seriously, like people out eating, they're never talking to each other. They're always heads in the phone. I put that sucker upside down, silent, and put it over to the side. Right. You got to, man. You got to enjoy your life. But that's a really good message, dude. Seriously, thank you for that. So that a lot of people get confused with that, thinking that meditation is just sitting there by themselves in a room, quiet, with their legs crossed, and like a monk, right there. So the rest of your tattoos, man. Anything? I see the what is that? The geography? No, what is it called? Geo? Yeah. I saw that. The first guy, a friend of mine, Cheo Nash, has that, and he wanted it on his shoes that I made for him, and I just thought it was so dope. It's like, does it mean anything specific? Like, there are different designs. Is it just something you thought was dope? Good?
Yeah, I honestly just thought like it was dope, like feeling like me and my tattoo artist were kind of going through some stuff, and I was like, oh, I really like that. Just rambled it.
It's clean, bro. Like I've always been curious. Like if you have tattoos, like if they all mean something. I see Jesus Christ here. Yeah.
I'll say the one that was for my thought process that means the most. I have an hourglass right here, and it's made tree. It's like
it's got roots.
Tree trunks on the outside, and it's like with the sand going think like the sand going down. Yeah. It's like that's where it starts, and it's like any kind of process you're in. Like with me going back to football or whatever, say it's like I'm growing roots first, and it's like the growth that'll come first is it's not what people will notice. It's like you have to build the foundation for your life before like other people will see it, before the tree comes up above the ground. Like you have to grow down before you can go up.
Yeah.
It's like that's what that symbolized to me. It helped me with, you know, being on practice squads and working at Sprouts and stuff like that, where it's like, man, I know I could like be back in it and like do something. It's like I had to go through that process and realize that there were things that I had to learn and develop before people would be able to see it and celebrate it. You know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's one of my most meaningful ones.
That's cool, man. Did you think of that yourself, or was it like a design that you saw? And then
I saw a picture of it on Pinterest.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
On Pinterest quite a bit.
Are you really? Yeah, my wife loves that, man.
I don't create
do that
anything,
all the
but I just
time.
go on there just to like look at.
Just to look?
Ideas and get ideas.
Yeah, that's what I came up with. That's from Pinterest. The baseball bat
Awesome.
holder. Yeah, my wife found that, man.
That's what I thought they were.
Yeah.
I was like, those look like that, but hey, dude, it works.
I had to delete the app, and then I brought it back because I'll sit there and I'll just scroll all the time.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So what do you do when you're leisure, man? You like to just chill?
Yeah, chilling. I like to read.
I bet that helps with your rhymes.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's what White Gold. He said. I always ask what tips they have, and that was one that I thought was spot on. He said, read anything. Read anything. Not necessarily like like a dictionary or whatever, but just anything. Right. And it opens up your mind. What kind of books do you like to read?
I'm kind of all over the place, but just recently getting into books that really like just help with like shaping like my perspective.
Yeah.
I've been talking about this book. It's called Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty.
I heard you talking about that before.
And it's just a great book just on as far as like mindset and just like, because I feel like I'm doing all these things and involved in a lot of stuff, and I feel like technically it takes from you because you're putting a lot of effort into it and a lot of your mind into it, but it's like I like things that fill me up in my spare time. So it's like reading books like that and listening to sermons and stuff like that. It's like I don't watch like just like a lot of TV or just like other things like that because I just want to make sure I'm always like feeding myself, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna ask you if you watch television. You don't seem like that kind of cat. Really watch a lot of TV.
I don't really watch a lot of TV. No, I'll catch a game on TV every now and then, but
Good for you.
as far as like TV shows, I just don't feel like I have a lot of time for it.
Good for you, man. That's all I do when I'm at home, bro. Is I just turn the TV on and pass out. That's what's up, bro. Yeah. So you read, you just like to chill. You take naps and stuff. I mean, do you ever go ball out, anything like that? Go hoop?
I do. I mean, I used to play basketball. I like playing basketball.
Yeah.
I played once last summer, but
Once last summer.
yeah. But usually it's like I'm always like, there's always a point where you're like dealing with some kind of like little nagging injury, and it's just like,
No, I hear you.
I don't want to go out there and play basketball. I have a little nagging injury.
Yeah,
It's just not the smartest decision. But when I do get a chance, I love being out there. I love playing pickup basketball.
You dunking off over or what?
Yeah.
It's so much. Yeah. Whatever.
My jump shot is either hit or miss out there usually.
Yeah, dude. I'm the same way, man.
Last time I played, I hit like 3 or 4 threes in the day that we were playing, like the few hours we were playing. And it's just like,
That's a good
I
day.
felt like I was but some days, I mean, I can't buy a bucket as far as jump shots.
Yeah. So when did you hit 6'6"?
I think I got 6'6" in college.
Okay.
I was 6'5" my senior year of high school, but I think I grew another inch after that.
Okay. Because depending on the doctor or the gas station I leave, I'm either 6'5" or 6'6". It just depends. So when I was a kid, I mean, that's what I wanted to ask you too, is like whenever you were in high school, did they just put you a post and just say, fuck it? I hated that they did that to me.
So, like I told you, I was kind of small, like
Right.
sophomore year. But that summer before my junior year, I went from 5'9" to like 6'2", 6'3".
So you had the ball skills, you had the handles.
My ball skills were okay, but I was always the best like on-ball defender.
Okay,
I was
defense.
like a really good rebounder.
Yeah.
And I could finish at the rim, so like I could score. I could hit an open jump shot every now and then. But
Yeah.
what I brought to the team usually was like, I would say like more like a Draymond Green skill set. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Like really good on defense. I was the best rebounder on the team.
Yeah.
Could play a physical game or match up with like 1 through 5. But yeah, so that was my role, and I accepted it, and it was just all fun. Like,
I got you.
so yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, when I was in high school, because I was a little bit taller, they always put me at the post, and it ruined me in college. it didn't allow me to develop dribbling skills or nothing. So it was kind of like what you're saying, like, you know who Ralph Sampson is? Old school ball player. Anytime he touched the ball near the goal, he would just throw it up. That's kind of how I was. Real good defensive player, rebounder, everything like that. But yeah, man. But cool, man. Dude, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being here, man. And it's been fun kicking it with you and talking to you, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, man. Now go do whatever you want, bro. you're allowed to leave now.
Yeah, here you go,
bro. You ever play? You get online and play Madden at all?
No. There's people that send me this Xbox. It's like this company that I guess you like have like a face. You play people on FaceTime, like Yoke or something.
Yeah.
There's this
That's
app
a thing?
where
Yeah.
Probably like a player's one.
Yeah, basically.
Oh yeah.
they probably think I stole the Xbox. I just haven't had time to do it, but I don't.
No, it's just sitting there in
It's
the
still
box,
sitting in the
right?
box. Like, if they see this Yoke, sorry, it's still sitting in the box. Like, I'll get to it. But,
Yeah, they watch this all the time.
But I haven't played. I've not played the new Madden. I've not played. I don't know. Actually, once I started making beats and music stuff, it was like that became my new video game.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Somebody has the sticks sitting around. It's like I'll hop on and play.
For real, yeah, I got you. I don't have any down here. Damn, I'm about to be like, man, just play a game. But actually, you got shit to do. Now, this is my Madden, my video game stuff, man. We got, and what's funny is my wife, she'll get them for me because I asked for them. Cause I'm like, oh, that'd be fun to play. No. I got into God of War because somebody said I looked like the guy. I was like, oh, let's check it out. it was fun as hell. And then I played it once, and I put it. It's a DVD player now. That's all it is, bro. It's an expensive ass DVD player. But yeah, man. So I appreciate you, brother. I really, really do, man. Sorry we didn't have a bunch of food for you to eat, but we got tons of Perrier. You can take a bunch of it.
Yeah.
We'll
got
get
Perrier,
you some
I'm
Perrier
okay.
to go, bro.
I'm not complaining.
What's good, man? It's your homeboy T-Pain, and best believe you have now access to complicated production.